Why most men over 50 should not get testosterone therapy, and when they should. Every other ad in my feed right now is telling me I need testosterone therapy. You're probably seeing the same ones. Tired? Low T. Belly fat? Low T. Bad sleep? Low T. Not as interested in your wife as you used to be? Low T. Click here, fill out this 90-second form, talk to one of our doctors, and have a prescription in your mailbox by Friday. So I want to talk to you about this today, man to man, because there's a lot of money being spent to convince you that the answer to getting older is a needle in your thigh. I'm 58, 5'10", 173 pounds, and I stay between 12 and 15% body fat all year round. Now, I fluctuate just like anyone else. I'm human. I'm not on TRT, but I'm not against it either. And today, I'm going to lay out the honest case. When TRT actually makes sense, when it doesn't, and what most men over 50 need to do first before they ever consider walking into a clinic. Because if you're going to make a decision this big, you deserve the straight story, not the marketing pitch. Let's start with the facts. Testosterone does decline as men age. That's not a dispute. It drops gradually, year after year, starting in your 30s. By the time you're in your 50s, somewhere between 20 and 30% of men have testosterone levels that fall below the standard reference range. That sounds like a lot, but here's where the marketing gets tricky. Having a low number on a blood test is not the same thing as having a medical problem. Doctors call the real condition low T with symptoms. The clinical term is late-onset hypogonadism, and it requires two things. One, a confirmed low testosterone reading on multiple blood tests. Two, specific symptoms that significantly affect your quality of life. Reduced sex drive, erectile dysfunction, real loss of muscle and strength that doesn't respond to training. Persistent fatigue that doesn't lift with sleep. Mood changes. When you have both pieces, the low number and the real symptoms, TRT can be life-changing. The research is solid on that. Men with genuine late-onset hypogonadism who got on TRT see improvements in sexual function, lean muscle mass, bone density, insulin sensitivity, and overall vitality. That's real. I'm not denying it. What I'm saying is most men in those clinic ads don't have late-onset hypogonadism. They have a lifestyle problem that looks like a hormone problem. If you want the full step-by-step breakdown of what I'm covering, I made a free 8-page guide called The Men Over 50 Fat Loss Blueprint. It's the 4-step framework I use to drop 45 pounds at 50 and keep it off almost 10 years later. The link is the first thing you'll see in the description. Grab it, it's completely free, no strings attached. Here's the part that nobody at the clinic is going to tell you. 5 things that tank a man's testosterone, and 4 of them are completely under your control. Number 1, body fat. The more fat you carry, especially around your belly, the more your body converts testosterone into estrogen. That's not a metaphor. That's a chemical process happening inside fat tissue right now. Men who lose 30 or 40 pounds of fat often see their testosterone climb significantly with no other intervention. Number 2, alcohol. Alcohol directly damages the cells in your body that produce testosterone. I covered this in detail in a recent video, and the science is clear. Cutting alcohol is one of the fastest ways to recover your hormone levels. Number 3, sleep. Most of your testosterone is produced while you sleep, especially in the deep sleep stages. If you're sleeping 6 hours or less, or waking up at 3 a.m. every night, your testosterone production is being cut off at the knees. Number 4, training. Heavy resistance training, the kind that loads your big muscle groups with real weight, raises testosterone. Walking on a treadmill doesn't do that. Bicep curls, they don't do that. Squats, deadlifts, presses, rows with real weight do. Number 5, and this is the one you can't control, and it's age. Yes, testosterone declines with age, but ask yourself something honest. How much of your decline is age, and how much is the other four I talked about? Here's the question I want you to sit with. If you're carrying 30 extra pounds, drinking 3 nights a week, sleeping 6 hours, and haven't picked up heavy weight in 10 years, is your problem really your hormones? Or is your problem the 4 things you can change without ever seeing a doctor? Because here's what happens when men in that situation go on TRT without fixing the other stuff. They feel great for about 6 months. Energy comes back. Sex drive comes back. Gym performance jumps. It feels like the answer. And then the underlying issues catch up. Because the belly fat is still there. The drinking is still there. The bad sleep is still there. And the muscle gains plateau because the diet wasn't built to support the hormone change. So now you've got a man who feels better than he used to, but he's still unhealthy underneath. And he's now dependent on a weekly injection to maintain it. That's not what TRT is supposed to do. TRT is supposed to be a treatment for a medical condition, not a shortcut around the work. And I lay out the whole framework for fixing the 4 things you can control in my book. The link is in the description below. Check it out if you want. Now let me be clear about something because I don't want this video to read as anti-TRT. It's not. There are men out there who have done all the work. They've lost the weight, they've cut alcohol, they fixed their sleep. They train hard 4 days a week with real weight and still feel flat. Their testosterone is genuinely low on multiple tests. Their symptoms are real and persistent. For those men, TRT under the care of a good doctor can change their life. I have friends in that category, and I would never tell them they shouldn't be on it. The key word there is doctor. Not an online clinic that approves you in 90 seconds. A real doctor who's going to monitor your blood work, your heart, your prostate, your red blood cell count, and adjust your protocol over time. Because TRT done badly can cause real problems. Elevated red blood cells, sleep apnea, fertility issues, and for some men, cardiovascular risk. It's not candy. It's a hormone replacement for life in most cases, and it deserves real medical oversight. So here's the honest order of operation, the way I would lay it out for a friend. Step 1, get your blood work done. Not from an online TRT clinic, from a regular doctor. Get a full panel, including total testosterone, free testosterone, SHBG, estradiol, and a few markers of overall health. Know your number. Step 2, fix the 4 things you can control. Lose the belly fat, cut the alcohol, or at least slash it. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Pick up heavy weights 3 to 4 times a week. Give it 90 days. Step 3, retest. If your number has climbed and your symptoms have lifted, you have your answer. You didn't need TRT. You needed your life back. If your number is still low and your symptoms are still real, now you have a legitimate medical case to make with a real doctor. That's how you do this responsibly. But I want to close with the bigger picture. We live in a moment where there's a pill, a shot, an injection, or a clinic for every single problem a man over 50 has. And I get it. I'm 58 too, and I love shortcuts. But here's what the research keeps showing. The men who age best, who stay strong, who stay sharp, who stay independent into their 80s and 90s, didn't get there from a prescription. They got there from the same boring things I talk about in this channel every single week. Real food, heavy lifting, good sleep, less alcohol, connection with people they love, purpose. That's the framework. TRT is a tool that some men genuinely need. It's not a substitute for the framework. And anyone selling it as that is selling you something you don't need to buy. If this video helped you, do me a favor. Send it to a guy in your life who needs to hear it. Your brother, your buddy, your uncle, your dad. Then come back and hit subscribe so the next video shows up in your feed. I'll see you Thursday for the workout. Stay strong.